Hey there guys, welcome back to my channel. In this video we are going to continue our HTML Canvas series. So now we have covered the basic of drawing shapes. Now let's see how to animate. So to animate we need to create a function. So we will create our first function named animate, and inside this function you have to say request animation frame. Specify here callback as animate. So what this will do is help us to do animations. I will just create here a variable for x 2000 and I will just hop this code over here. Simple as that. Okay. And here what I will just do is specify x, and right over here I will say x plus equals to 1. So now if we go over here, you will see that the thing is visible because we have not given it a call. So don't forget it to give it a call. So now we can see it leaves it back before shadow. You can call it something like that. Now I will say here clear rect. In here specify 0 0 means clearing from the starting, and here the width will be inner width and inner height. Right. So if we see right now, it should be animating properly. I will also open the inspect panel. Right. So now we have our console over here. I will just change this to let's see, it's something like this. So now we are getting the velocity as 1. I will set it in a variable called dx. Here I will say var dx, and let's keep it at 3. It should be a bit fast for now. Okay. So now we can see that it get out of this window. So to fix that, what you can just do is call here an if statement, and in this if statement what you are going to write is you are going to see here x is less than greater than sign the inner width. Then what you can just do, okay, then what you can just do is say here dx equals to minus dx. And one more thing, or what you can just do is do x minus radius of the circle. I will define here variable for radius 30, and I will specify here radius. Let's make it bigger. Okay, so right over here after this thing, what you will do is say here less than greater than sign, say here 0. So what this will do, when the circle collides over here, then it will again bounce it off. Let's see what happens. Okay, actually it should be, I specified wrong sign over there. Right. So now you can see it bounces, but it bounces from the center. We want it to bounce not from the center. Actually we want it not from the center, but we want it from the edge of the circle. So to do that, what you can just do is say here plus the radius of the circle. Radius of the circle. Right. So let's refresh. I'll save it. Okay, let's refresh and see what happens. Wait a second. So right over here, what I will just do right over here is remove the radius. Right. and let's refresh it out. That should give the proper result. Okay, let's check. So now what's happening, that it's going inside of the sidebar. So to fix it, you can subtract 20 from this. So it will not go inside of the sidebar. Right. So now we have the perfect result. So now you can see we have it perfectly working. So let's also do it for y, because we have only it for the x. I will say here dy equals to 3, or let's say 4 temporarily. And I will define here y adds 200 also. And let's say here y plus e. Right. So now I have also added for y also, so there is a statement for y also. And what I will just do is copy this, paste it, and I will just replace the x with y and this with height. And here I will say dy. Right, let's check this out. So right now it does nothing because we haven't specified here y. Now it should work. So now you can see that it's bouncing from the all sides. So now what I will just do is come over here, and right over here what I will just do is, so it's bouncing properly, so let's add it into a function. And before that, let's add some random locations for it. So I will say here math.random. Okay, sorry. Math.random. So I will generate a random integer. I will say here inner height, and right over here I will say inner width. Right. So now I am generating random x and y. I will just subtract 20 from it. Yeah. So now what I will do is also generate a random dx and dy. And this time it should be something like 0.99, and I will just say here plus 0.5. So starting will be 0.5, or let's take 0.6, and let's try this out. So we get a random number between 0.6 and 0.99. Actually 0.99 is quite a huge number. Let's try 0.10 will be perfect for me. So I want it to be slow. So it should still bounce this time. Yeah, it still bounces. And what I will just do is transfer this all things into a function. So we can create multiple circles. I will name this function circle in capital C, and the arguments will be the x, y. I'll just see it from here, x, y, dx and dy, and then the radius. Right. Then the radius. So now I will call this in this function. I will say here this dot x equals to x. Similarly, I will define for all of the things like y, then dx, and then dy, and then the radius. Right. And after defining all of these stuff, what I will just do is create here a function called draw. Here we'll say function, and here I will And inside this draw function, what I will just do is go over here and copy this all circle right, go cut it. And what I will just do is paste it over here. Simple as that. And what I will just do is create here a variable called circle as a new circle, and I will call it the function, and I will pass it every argument that I have, and then radius. So now it should create a circle. I will say here circle.draw, circle.draw. So now it should just draw the circle in a random places. So now what I am just going to do, now it draws the circles. Now let's remove this. So now what I will just do from here is also create an update method. I will say here this dot update for the animation thing. I will say here function, and inside this function what I will just do is copy all of these things, actually all of this stuff that I have, and I will paste it inside this. So now not everything will work because we have to change everything into the variables we have defined. Then only it will work properly. For the animation only I am doing this things. So let's select it all using Alt key in VS Code. So let's specify here this dot, and let's also specify here this dot. And what I will just do is call the draw function. Now what I will just do is call the update method, and if I go here refresh, so now you can see we have a properly working function. So what I will just do is similarly I will draw multiple circles. I will create here an circle array, and inside that I will create 100 circles. So here I will create I will write here for loop, and here into the array length here will be 100. So till we get till 100, what you can just do is say here circle array dot push, and inside this push statement just write the new circle, and what I will just do is come over here, cut it. So for every circle we want a random location, that's why I'm doing this. I'll specify it over here, and inside this I will specify x, y, dx, dy, and the radius. Right. So now what I will do is I will get an 100 circles. So here also I will run here and for loop, and inside here I will say var, and this will be the length of the circle array, and inside this what I will just do is say here circle array, and inside this I will specify index, which we have over here, and then I will say here dot update. Right, let's check it out. We should get 100 circles. So now you can see we have 100 circles on our screen. Yeah, so now you can see that we have 100 circles bouncing everywhere. So before wrapping up, what I will just do is go to the radius of the circle and make it random. Okay, math.random, and this time we should start from the, let's take 0, or actually let's start with 1 and I will add 4 in it. Let's start with 3 with 4. Let's try some random radius and then I will create 1000 circles of them with that radius. So let's try it out. Actually I by mistakenly closed that file. So let's open it out. Here what you can just do is right click over here and say Remain in File Explorer. Open it and copy the location, paste it. Yeah, so here I will just run it. So now we can see that we have 1000 of circle in random places, and still that's not a fine result. So let's try something like 1900 circles. How about that? So 1900 circles up enough, I believe. And right over here, the circles exemplify. The circles still are too huge, so I will say a +1. Still there are some few circles. Let's just remove the statement and we should have some little circles, right? Let's say +3 because it's quite little, and I will say multiplied by 1. So this should be a bit huger. So what you can just do is mess up with those values. Now I have chosen this values. So now we have lots of circle, and in next episode we will see how to add the interactivity in this.